season 4 at the legendary Bathurst for the sprint race, the first of the 2 races tonight. This is the usual Group 4 15-minute race. So qualifying occurred just before the grid was set, and we had Little's GP in his usual customary fastest in qualifying, so he starts last. So remember that the top 3 from qualifying go to the back of the grid in reverse order. So Chris Little's GP, he was fastest, so he lines up 8th. Then Chris Lewis was second quickest, so he's 7th. And then another cameo from Matt Sykes, he was 3rd quickest, just pipped right at the end of qualifying by Chris to put bump down to 3rd, so he starts 6th. And then up the front we've got Mike Ross in the Porsche. He was 4th quickest, so he starts on pole, followed by Alex in the Peugeot. He's 2nd. Jimmy Coleman in the BMW is 3rd, followed by Harry in the sister BMW, 4th. Dan in the Aston in 5th. And then Matt in the BMW, making his debut in the series in the BMW. He's in 6th. And then Chris in the Aston in 7th. And Chris Pengelly, the championship leader, in 8th in the Peugeot. Right, so let's get back to the front, and we're ready for a 15-minute rolling start sprint around Bathurst. So we're just getting ready to go. So the rolling start, so they're just before the last corner, which is a bit unfortunate in this on this track that some of them will be starting as they go through the last corner. But here they go. So Mike leads them round. There's green Branston Pickle Porsche. It's Cayman. So away he goes. We're just getting ready to go, and away he goes. So leading the train, he goes into the first corner. Mike leads. Is anyone going to make a move? No, I don't think so. Looks like there's a bit of a battle there between the BMW of Jimmy, and looks like he's got his teammate right behind him already, but we've got battle up front as well, so let's move up to the front. It looks like Mike and Alex is making a move down the inside. Is he going to take him as they go down this long first straight? He just breezes past under power. The Peugeot just blasted past with his straight line speed. Might go make a move down the inside. No. So what's going on behind? Someone's going very wide. Dan was going very wide. Looks like Matt is going to try and get down the inside of him. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, Matt goes past, and then we look sideways. We got the Aston going past as well, and Crespin Gelly's gone past as well. So Dan's gone down to 8th, unfortunately. We go up front and see what's going on. Back out the car. So Alex is leading. Across they go over the skyline. Over the top. This is a very tricky track. This is these rapid left-handers coming at you thick and fast. Make a mistake, you're in the wall. So Alex is leading over the top of the skyline, and they go down to the down through the S's. We've got Matt coming up very quickly behind. He's looking like he's making a move on the outside of Harry, but no, he doesn't quite make it stick. But Harry's got a little bit wide, but Matt's going to try and get down the inside, but no, there's no room down there. And it looks like Jimmy made a mistake there. Harry's gone a bit wide as well, so they've all gone through. So Harry's gone down to 7th, and it looks like we've got Matt's gone up to 3rd. And Jimmy's just right behind him, so the Jägermeister BMW, we've got then a battle coming down the straight between the Peugeot of Chris and the Aston of Chris Lewis. It looks like Chris Pengelly is going calm with Chris. He's getting a bit of a bump there. We can see he's gone past the BMW. The BMW's a bit slow in the straight line. Looks like Chris has got past him, but look at this, as slow as both Chris's got straight past. Is he going to move into the chicane? Oh, gives him a little bit of a tap on the inside, bump into the chicane, but they've all made it through. There's someone behind us. There's Dan, Harry a little bit behind after his first lap spin up of the S's. So back to the front, we've got Alex. Nice lead now. Getting a decent lead from Mike Ross. Alex goes across the line first. Let's get out of that camera. That's a rubbish camera. Into the first corner he goes. Followed by Mike in 2nd. And then Matt in 3rd. And the Jägermeister BMW kicking up the grass. Chris in 4th, chasing him down in the Hooters Peugeot. Then Chris Lewis in the Aston. Followed by Jimmy. Harry on the comeback charge, and then Dan. So back up the front, we've got Alex got a handy lead now. Let's have a look what's going on. So we've got Mike, he's got Matt right behind him. Let's go on board with Matt, see what view Matt's going. He's got Chris right behind him. So we go up into the kink and into the very tight left-hand hairpin that takes him up the hill. Very easy to get the back end out loose here. We look up from behind from Mike's roof cam, looking back at the orange and black Jägermeister BMW. Matt's, is he going to have a run down? I'd be amazed if he gets down here. This is hard. Back on board with Matt as we come over the very quick, almost flat left-hander as we go to the S's. We've got Chris. Chris is going a bit wide, but he's managed to keep it on the track. So you can see as they break, trail break all the way down here without kicking at the back end. Mike's gone a little bit wide, gets a bit of a tank slapper on. Mike's trying to go down the other side of him, and it looks like Matt's got him. Let's go back. Oh, Mike's gone a bit wide. He's gone wide, and Chris is through. Oh, tragedy for Mike there. Just a little bit wide. I don't think we'll ever watch that again. I don't think there was any contact. Got a bit leery coming out of here. So Chris is right behind us. Matt goes down the inside. Was there any contact? No, he just understeered wide. Unlucky there for Matt. We'll go now to Chris. Looks like Chris is trying to get a run on Matt. So Matt is now second and Chris in third. We've got a BMW in the Peugeot sandwich, so Chris Lewis is up to fourth. Looks like Chris was having a look though. He's closing up on that BMW, let's get on board. He's going to make a looking around the outside, he just drives past. Is Matt going to have a look back? I think so. Oh, Matt has a look back, gets the place back. Goes back outside, let's have a watch that again. So Chris is getting the toe. Getting a good run. That Peugeot so fast down the straights. Leaves him plenty of room on the apex. Looks like he's got his foot done, but no, Matt fights back and covers the inside and back in front he goes. So, up front, we got Alex still leading, handsomely. Let's see what's going on behind. So, Mike's got a little bit of a gap now. He's been chased down by Jimmy, and then we've got Harry and Dan a little bit behind him in a very, very nice Dulux Aston. So, up front, Alex, into lap 3. Let's have a look. Tyres. Let's have a look at tyres. Alex's fronts look pretty good. Then we got Matt and Chris all over him. So Matt's tyres look pretty good as well. Chris is wearing a bit higher than that's normal for Chris. Chris is going to get the toe. Let's have a look in car with Chris. Matt's defending the inside lines. Chris is going to blast past him. Let's have a look. As we come into the braking zone, is he going to get down the outside? Oh, they bump doors, handles again. But Matt's defending really well here. None shall pass, says Matt, as they go into the left-hander. Chris has to line him up again. What can he do this time? So we go through the left-hander. Very easy to get the back end out, lose momentum. So let's watch Alex. So we go up, over the top, flat out left, flat out right. And very, very quick left. These are tricky, but Alex is lifted quite a lot. Matt's got a bit of a run on him. No way through there though, this is very tight. Let's have a look. So Matt's going to look down. So Chris is coming down the outside, does a bit of a barge, gets back to the other side, and then hits his teammate, and they both on board. And what's going on here? It looks like Alex has survived. Chris is into second. Matt's been down, knocked down the third, and no, unfortunately Alex has dropped, and he's gone. Such a shame. He was leading so well. But there, Chris is taking the lead, his teammates taking the lead. Let's have a look at that again as they come over the top of the mountain. So watching Chris in car with him. So we're flat over the top, flat left, and then a bit of a lift, but he's almost flat. See Matt get a good run on Alex going over the top then. Alex is a little bit wide, and then Matt has to slow down. Chris makes a move, gets me on the grass, and then hits Alex. Hits Matt, bit of bumpy bory over the curbs as well. Then Alex unfortunately then drops. Had a great first couple of laps, and we'll watch that from Matt now, I think. So Matt's got Chris all over the back of him. There you can see Chris behind us, catching us up. You can see Alex has gone a little bit wide there. Has to lift quite a lot. You can see all the time Chris is getting closer and closer as Matt. And then Chris has gone around the right hand side, and then gives his teammate a good old clout, hits the wall for good measure, slows Matt down, and then you can see the damage on the back of Chris's car. But yeah, then Chris, unfortunately, then Alex disappears. So Chris is now in the lead. What's it going on behind? Oh, it's a smoking Chris Lewis. Tyres should be pretty good on Aston. So Mike's in 4th. Oh, we got a race here between the two BMWs. Let's have a look. Jimmy's rather tail of his teammate. One BMW versus the other. Gets into the tow. Is he going to make a lunge down the inside into the chicane? So we've got this very quick flat. Oh, I think he's lifted, he's saving fuel. Interesting strategy from Jimmy. Definite lift there. Is he going to make a move? No, I think is he just going to sit behind his teammate? I think I'm going to get a bit of a slipstream off you. I'm going to get a bit of a tow. Into the final corner. Very easy to chop the curb like his teammate just did there and get a bit of a wiggle as they come out. Go back on board with what's going on with the leader. He's still got Matt right behind him. He's not shaking him. I don't think that BMW's got the grunt though. Matt in his first time out in the BMW is quite leery, this M4. It's not that easy car to get grips on, but he's keeping Chris honest. He's keeping him very honest. Let's have a look in car with him. Chris isn't getting away, which is a bit of a surprise actually. I thought the Chris at the wheel of a Peugeot, which is pretty good in the straight line, but yeah, he's not pulling away from the BMW. We go on board now, look from the back of Chris's car, looking back at Matt. They're pretty even Stevens as they go over the top of the mountain. Over the skyline. Look at that for precision. Millimetres away from the walls, these two. This is fantastic driving from the pair of them. And Chris is quick. Oh, Matt takes a huge shortcut there. He should lift really. They all take there. You can see Chris is so fast over the hill. So fast over the hill. He's dropped Matt. That's where he's quick. He's doing 2:14s. Matt was 2:15s, and he's really dropped Matt coming over. Matt was all over the back of him, over the skyline, but now he's dropped him. Right, so I think that could be it, unless the tyres come into place. And Chris's tyres are looking, yeah, look at that. He's on a PB by a fastest lap by 3/4 seconds. So stonking pace there from Chris. Matt's tyres do look better though. As Chris comes through the final chicane, Matt's tyres do look better. We'll see if that comes into play. The good thing about the BMW is it also is, for this race anyway, if you don't run out of fuel in it, it's great for fuel. It's slinging that around because the car gets lighter obviously as you go through the race, and it uses up its fuel quite quickly, so that's quite handy if you, as long as you don't have to fuel save. So yeah, look at that. So Chris did a 12.674 and Matt was a 13.9, so that was all coming down the hill as well. So let's have a look around the field. So we got Chris Cross, and I think we got some action behind us. And it looks like Harry has got past Mike, and Jimmy's dropped away a bit. So let's watch what happened there. Let's see if we can find out what happened. Oh, we've gone quite a long way back. That happened, obviously, here we go. So obviously that happened quite a lot. Ah, Mike spun. Mike was clear in 4th. He just probably got it a bit wide coming out. Oh, look at that. That's so unfortunate. So easy done. But look at that, too much pain. But yeah, that's why he's now dropped behind. So we've got Jimmy in 5th, then 6th, and then Dan in 7th. So Chris is still not. He's got a bit of a gap. It looks like over the top of the mountain, they're pretty even Stevens. I think it's just the Chris's technique down through the S's. Obviously, we'll watch. So he comes over. Yeah, he's doing about 80. Yeah, he's clearly quicker down that section than the Beamer. So Matt drops it down. If we look again, you can see that it's daylight again between the two of them. So that's Chris in the Peugeot that's where he's gaining his time, is the drop down the hill. Everywhere else they look pretty even. But his tyres are starting to go, you can see there. His tyres aren't looking particularly happy. Whereas Matt's looking a fair bit better. And Chris is looking similar. He's on a PB, a good PB as well. He's in the 15s at the moment, but he's going to probably get that into the high 13s at this rate. Hey, we got a battle now between, so Mike's coming back at the BMW. Let's watch on board with Mike then. Here we go. Is he going to make a move into the chicane? Not quite. Cayman looks like he's got the legs of the BMW at the moment. Tyre wear looks pretty similar. So we stay on board with Mike. So into the last corner. Closes up on braking. So we go across into the penultimate lap. Looks like Chris has got a bit of a lead now. Such a shame for Alex dropping out. Such a shame. Could have had a podium here. Let's go on board. Oh, here we go, watching from the rear window of Harry's BMW. He's starting to weave a bit, try and break the toe. But you see the Porsche, even though it's in the toe, isn't really gaining an awful lot. Slightly picking up the toe now, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. We're going into this right-hander, takes him up the hill. Can Mike do anything before they go up to the tight, twisty and wall-lined skyline? So Harry's a little bit wide there. I might click the apex a little bit. Well, this is one of the best sequences of corners on any track in these cars. It's probably going to be flat all the way up. Will he take the first left flat? Not quite. A little confidence lift. Beamer's pulling away. A little confidence lift as well. He clipped that inside. That's horrible. Oh, don't do it again, Mike. Just held it. Just held it. So I don't know what Chris is doing up front, but he's got a bit of a lead now. Yeah, Matt's keeping it honest. Probably 2 or 3 seconds. Let's go back to Mike. And he's tailing that BMW. Oh, he's got a bit wide. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, lucky he got a bit of a nice kick there from the barrier. But BMW says he's quite tail happy, and when the tyres start going, it can be a bit of a handful. Just lost the back end out there, and Mike is away. Mike is through. He's got quite a big gap to his teammate though in the PlayStation liveried BMW, which looks great. And then we got Dan in the exquisite Dulux Aston. Look at that paint job. A lovely livery. Bring up the rear in last, in 7th. So, Chris Pengelly, championship leader, goes into this round with 337 points versus Chris Lewis, who's his nearest challenger on 293. And this is worth 16 points for a win here, 15 for second, etc. Chris on his super softs. It seems that a pattern of this season now is that because they have to qualify on the different sets they start the race on different compound, everyone seems to qualify on mediums and generally start on super softs for the race. It tends to be the quicker tyre. So Matt's the same. Matt's tyre's starting to go, but not as bad as Chris's, so he's keeping him honest. Yeah, let's look at the times. They go over the top of the hill. Yeah, it's probably not much more than 3 seconds, and Chris's tyres are going, but I think it's a bit too late for Matt. He's making a race of it, but he's a bit too far behind. Chris Lewis's tyres look similar, and there we got a battle here. Mike's got back through. Mike has got back through, so let's watch that. No, sorry, of course he was through, wasn't he? He'd passed him, so it looks like Harry is going to make a comeback charge. Let's see if he can get 4th place back. I think this is probably the battle. So let's stay on these two then. Here goes Harry. He's going to right behind the Porsche now as we go up over the hill. Let's go on board with. Oh, look at this! He's right behind the Porsche. This is so difficult to follow up this bit because you can't see anything. You can see he's trying to look for some markers, see where the track is going. He's going to make a move down the inside. That'd be brave down there. Oh, he's going to hit the wall. And then let's go back. There goes Mike. He's got the BMW right behind him. Oh, and Harry's gone. Harry's gone wide. Probably couldn't see the track. That's such a shame. You can see him just in the background there. Probably got so close to the Porsche that he couldn't actually see. So Mike's just got to keep this neat and tidy down the hill. And he's got a 4th place. It's so easy though to lose it. This is like Devil's Elbow, I think that corner's called. So just to straighten the chicane to go. So up front with Chris. Kept it neat and tidy. Done a 12.6, his fastest. Matt's at a 13.7, so he's a second faster. And even with his worn tyres, he's still lapping that a little bit quicker. But a cracking race. So Chris comes through, takes the checker flag to win the sprint race for round 8. Great drive from him from back of the grid, back getting second in his debut in the BMW. Good drive from him. He kept everything. He kept him honest. Chris comes across in third. Good podium for Chris there. And then Mike, fourth place. Keep it tidy around the last corner. Brilliant drive there for Mike. Had a couple of traumas there, but he came back for a great fourth. Harry comes across, fifth. Exciting race for him. They've got Jimmy coming into the last corner now, taking sixth place in the sister BMW. Well done, Jimmy. Front tyres looking a bit nasty. And then Dan. Here he comes into the last corner. And we will stop it just before the line. So, here is your finishing order. Chris Pengelly takes a great win in the sprint race. First in the Peugeot, followed by Matt in doing a cameo at second place. So only 3.6 seconds behind, so it was pretty tight. I had a good scrap both two. Chris had him on pace though. And Chris Lewis third. That was cement his second place in the championship. Followed by Mike, who needed that. He's in a bit of a tussle with Harry. We've dropped scores. Those two are pretty close, so that'll do his third place credentials now in the good. Harry a fighting fifth, had a good scrap with Mike. Jimmy finishing sixth in the BMW, then Dan followed up in seventh. So a cracking race there. We will now move on to the feature race, which is a 25-minute race in the Group 3 cars. Again, reversed grid order from the first race, so Alex, who will be rejoining for this after he's sorted his internet connection out, he'll be joining the race and he'll be on pole. And we go in reverse order, so Dan will be second, Jimmy third, Harry fourth, Mike fifth, Chris Lewis sixth, Matt Sykes seventh, and Chris Pengelly last in eighth. So after this race we've got round 9, which will be at Monza, and then the special, which is going to be round 10 in the Super Formulas at Spa. 45-minute endurance race. So here's the grid. Alex on pole, followed by Dan second, Jimmy third, Harry fourth, Mike fifth, Chris Lewis sixth, Matt seventh, and Chris Pengelly eighth. Alright, ready, rolling start. Get rid of those. Alright. Alex in the Oakley livered, cracking looking Peugeot. Will lead them away. 13 laps, 25 minutes. Tyre compounds free, but you must use at least 2 different types. So I suspect most people will probably be on the softs. No, so Jimmy starts on the softs. So does Mike, Matt. So yeah, split field, which is good to see. Right, so Alex leaving the way, gets a bit of a tank slap as he comes out. It looks like Dan's blasted past into the lead. Cracking start there from Dan. Using the power of the Aston, he's got a good run that car out the corners, so just blast past. Into the lead he goes, followed by Alex in second, Jimmy in third, then Harry in fourth, making a bit of slide, then we've got Mike in fifth. And we've got a bit of a gap there. I don't know what happened there between the first and second for the first race, but a bit of a gap. So as we go into the first corner, Alex has got a bit wide. They're all getting a bit sideways, and Harry's got a bit wide as well. It looks like some change there. So Harry's still in third. We've got Mike in fourth, and we've got a battle coming up the hill. Then sideways, side by side between Mike and Chris Cross, touching the walls. And Mike's up in fourth. Chris is in fifth. He started in sixth. He's going to place. Jimmy's down to sixth. Sorry. Chris is already up to fifth. Cracking start from him. So over the top they go. Look how close they all are. They come hurtling down the hill. My guy gives. Oh, we got a bit of a crunch there. Looks like Alex made a bit. Let's have a look there. I think Alex might have even made a mistake or got taken out. Let's watch him again so you can see how close he is. He's tapped the wall there. Looks pretty good so far. I think he might just lose it as he goes down the hill. Let's have a watch. Yeah, hits the wall one side, then gets a fair old wallop. Looks like Harry gave him a thump. Oh, devastating luck. The S's aren't being very kind to... and Harry's gone wide as well. He gets hit by... Sorry, Chris has gone wide, he gets hit by Harry. So Matt's up to 5th, Chris is up to 6th, Mike's down to 7th. They're all bumping and boring as they come onto the back straight for the first time. Right, so Matt is right behind Jimmy. There's someone watch from Matt's car. He's going past. He's gone past. Let's have a look from behind. Here comes Jimmy. Is he going to go back? No, he's not. But then Chris Pengelly wants to get involved as well. So they're coming. They're going to be 3 abreast. Chris gives a little nudge to Jimmy. He goes wide. Just about holds it. Little love tap there from Chris Pengelly on Jimmy. Looks like Mike is trying to get involved now as well. So. Dan, all the while, he's up the front now. Was that a move going on there? No, I think it was. Let's have a look. Oh, look how close these two are. Oh, another. Looks like Jimmy's lost the back end of BMW. He's so temperamental. Let's have a look to see if did Mike give him a little tap. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. I think he was getting a bit wayward over the curb. So, Dan, off out in the lead, staying out of trouble in first place. Followed by Harry in second place in the Beamer, being chased down by Chris Lewis in the Aston. So Chris has made it up from 6th to 3rd, Matt's up from 7th to 4th, and Little's GP, so Chris Pengelly is up from 8th to 5th. So up the hill we go. That's a cracking camera angle as they go up the hill. It shows how steep it is. Is he going to make a move? It looks like, yeah, Chris has made it. That's a cracking move. Let's watch that again. Let's go back on the variable, see that a bit better. Let's watch it in car. Oh yes, the BMW, Larry BMW just drove straight past. There we go, move done. That BMW is a handful. He's hanging on to him. So Matt's up to 4th now. In his Jägermeister BMW as well. So it's his first time out in this Larry car, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. He's a handful. He's gone down the inside. Great move. I think Harry must have made a mistake there. Matt's straight through. He's up to 3rd. And then we've got Harry. He's got the Peugeot of Chris Pengelly all over him. And we know that Chris in the Peugeot does not like to hang around. Oh, a bit bumping again. Oh, Matt got a real slide on there, but he managed to hold it. So he comes down and goes, it looks like the Peugeot. Harry's giving Chris a bit of a squeeze, which is understandable. He can't pass there. And Dan's still leading whilst all this is going on. Look at this though. We've got 1st to 5th, and Chris is through. Chris is through. Looks like he's done. Let's have a look at what's going on in 2nd. So here we go. Looks like Chris Lewis is going to pass. He's going to pass his teammate. There he goes, around the outside. Excuse me. Loads of action for these first couple of zones, side by side into the braking zone. Is Chris going to get past? Yes, Dan lets him through. Teammates playing a good game there. It looks like Dan's gone a bit wide. Is Matt going to go through as well? Into the last corner. Matt trying to go around the outside and does it. So Dan down to 3rd. I think he let his teammate through. What's happened to Matt? A bit of kick up the dust there, but he's still going. So Chris ended up a frenetic 2 laps. So Chris Lewis now in the lead. It looks like the battle we've got here now is for 3rd place. Let's go on board with Chris Pengelly. What's the power of that Aston? Look at the Aston just pull away as Chris gets back into the tow. Looking back now, is Chris going to make a move on it? Makes a dummy. Oh, there he goes, down the inside. Good move by Chris there. Saw him a little bit of a dummy. Up the hill they go. I think that's probably done and dusted now. I'm not sure Dan will be able to fight that one back. Goes a little bit wide, and yeah, the Peugeot's gone. But now if we look back, we've got Harry in the BMW. The BMWs are very quick over the top of the skyline. They've got a lot of downforce. There'll be a mistake there. It looks like he's going to go through. Is he through? There he goes. Touch the barrier. Little bit of a loss of momentum. Boom. Right, I've got up front now. What's happening? So crisscross. Chris Lewis, 2nd in the championship. It's got Matt, who plays the cameo card and sometimes races, sometimes doesn't. He's chasing him down now. Can Chris hold him off? Down the big main straight. So Matt in second, and Chris Pengelly in third. We've got anything going on, so Harry's got a bit of a gap in fourth, there's Dan. And he's got Mike behind him. And then Alex recovering. But Jimmy quite a long way behind these two. Any action there? Right, let's go on. We've got the first three. Let's see what's going on here. End of the third lap. How the tyres doing? So Chris's tyres look pretty good. Matt's look pretty good, and Chris's look pretty good. So pretty even. Oh, Chris is pushing it there, really taking a lot of the curve. So up front, bit of a stalemate. Let's have a look further down. We got anything going on here? None of these three look pretty close, but I'm not sure there's going to be too much going on there for the moment. Oh, Mike could be up for a run here though. Let's see how that Porsche is doing versus the Aston. Up in the fifth we go. I'll be knocking on 155, 156 as we go in the break in. Down 3 gears. Whoa, watch the. It's very easy to lose it coming out of that corner. Nothing going on there. So watch what we've done. So here, so Matt is now closing right up onto the back of the Aston. Let's go on Carl and Matt. Here we go, over the top of the skyline, and then we come into the S's. Very easy, clip that corner. Chris has dropped off a little bit from us, can't really see him. But down we go. Matt's not gone purple, so he's on the fastest lap of the race so far. Be very careful through there, it's very easy to clip a wall and go off. Oh, he's closing right up on the braking now. Is he going to have a decent run? He's got a good run out of here, but Aston is so fast down the straights. Let's go back from Chris's car, and then we see Chris Pengelly again. Wasn't in shot before we dropped down the S's, and now he's catching the both of them. He's so quick down there. Here comes Matt though. He's going to take a run into the chicane. Is he going to look around the outside? No, Chris Lewis beautifully defends the inside. Matt takes in behind him. Is he going to have a go? All the time we can see Chris Pengelly just closing. Oh, Chris Lewis is coming in. Chris Lewis is into the pits. Interesting strategy. So end of lap 4, he's in. So Matt takes the lead, followed by Chris Lewis, Chris Pengelly. So Chris Pengelly's just done a 2 minutes 2.6. Matt's a 3.4. So Chris has got a second. Well, mind you, Matt was defending, was trying to attack Chris Lewis, but so look, so Chris has come out in third. Yeah, it looks like he's going to have so Chris has come out a pretty safe third, but is he going to 2-stop, or is he going to go all the way? Interesting strategy. Harry's in fourth. Oh, we got a battle here, so Mike's taking the run down the inside. Dan, is he going to do it? There, he's got down the inside. So cracking move there by by Mike. It's Mike. Looks like Chris is going to. Mike's going to have a problem as we go up the hill. He's got the Aston right behind him. Is Dan going to have a look into this tight left? No. There's not a lot he can do. Let's watch from Dan. Yeah, you touch the walls up this section. You lose so much momentum. All to play for though. Yeah, suffering from the understeer. His tyres look okay, but getting a bit of understeer now. So back on board with Matt, and he's got Chris right behind him now. Chris is looking down the inside, but no, you're not going to get past there. So we come now down to the main straight. Chris is right on Matt's tail, looking for a way past. Peugeot is so quick down the straight, you can see it's just pulling. They go side by side. Who's going to brake first? Go out of the car. They're side by side. Look at this. Into the braking. Bit of a tap there. Chris stays on. Looks like Chris has got down the inside. Great move by Chris. Can Matt retaliate? That Peugeot is so quick. The Bimdo's got Matt's got to have a look down the inside. I don't think you're going to get down there, Matt. That's going to be too awkward. Oh, Matt's got a little bit wide. Matt's gone off. Oh, Matt's gone off. Just trying a little bit too hard on the exit. Oh, he's done doing a 15-point turn. Oh, and Harry's gone past as well, so Matt's dropped from effectively the lead into the chicane. And the 4th place. He's dropped 12 seconds. Disaster for Matt. That BMW's a bit leery. But watch what happened there. Let's just watch from in-car. I think he probably got a little bit of too much of the curb coming out. It looked alright, then spun him right. Very odd. And of course, he stops perpendicular to the track. Alright, so Matt down to 4th. Chris now away. Decent gap now. Very decent gap now to Chris Lewis in 2nd. What can Matt do? Harry's in 3rd now. The BMW. His tyres are looking okay. Let's have a look compared to Matt's. Yeah, they're looking better than Matt's. Matt's used a bit more fuel as well. Matt wringing the neck of that BMW. Let's use more of his tyres and his fuel up. So there's Dan. Should we follow him up the mountain? He's looking pretty good in 5th at the moment. So Mike's in 6th. And Mike's stopped. Mike must have stopped, yes, he's got fresh tyres on. So Mike's on the super softs, what can he do from there? Alex has stopped as well, he's gone on the softs. And Jimmy hasn't stopped yet. Obviously struggling a little bit around this track. This is a bit of a specialised track, this one. So, back up front, Chris. Tyres are starting to look a little bit worn. I would think he might be in this lap. He's still holding the pace, so he's only 3/10 down from his fastest, so going pretty nicely. It looks like Chris is on a decent run as well. Of course, he's on fresh super softs, whereas Chris Pengelly is coming in, so he needs to get rid of these knackered super softs. He'll go probably on the softs. Make sure he don't hit the wall as he go in. It's always easily done. So Chris Lewis, I think, will then take the lead. So he's a bit out of sync. He did an early stop. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Chris Lewis is away and clear, and Harry's in as well. So there, Chris Lewis goes into the first corner and away, and away goes Chris Pengelly. So he's come out probably about 5 or 6 seconds. Let's time it. So we go past the 200. So he's come out about 6-7 seconds behind. Both, I've done a pit stop though, so Matt's in as well, so that spin blew it for him. Fully fueled, he'll go to the end on his super softs. Dan's in 6th, come out on his softs, not far behind Matt. So Dan's having a good run here in the Aston. And Alex, who was unlucky to retire from the sprint race whilst in the lead, is in 7th, and then Jimmy coming in for his stop in 8th. So, can Chris Lewis get those tyres? No, he's 2 stopping. Look at his fuel. So definitely 2 stopping. Whereas Chris Pengelly's got a decent amount of fuel there, 3/4 of a tank. That'll get him to the end probably. Interesting enough, the Beamers have got a lot more fuel than the Peugeots. The Peugeot's doing pretty well on its fuel. So here's Harry. Harry followed by Mike, and then Matt will be looking to make amends for his mistake on the coming out the curbs. Take a decent amount of curbs, they come down the hill. There's Mike in the Branston Pickle Porsche. He's closing up, so he did that bit of out lap. He did a 0.24. Yeah, so I think that's an out lap. He's definitely closing down that Porsche. Cutting down the time on the BMW. So we just come out to about halfway through the race now. Mike's on a screamer there. He's 1.7 seconds quicker than his fastest. Definitely closing up on the 3rd place. And if we look at the front, what's going on here? And it looks like Chris is definitely catching. So these are the 2 championship contenders. Chris Pengelly's got a pretty decent lead now. I think all he's got to do is just finish 2nd really, and he can win the title. But of course he won't want that. But it looks like he's definitely catching the 58.5 on his out lap. You can see that's a fair bit quicker now. So these 3 though, look, Mike has got through. So whilst we're looking at the leaders, let's have a quick look, see what happened there. I think it did the famous rear end of the Beamer, bite and catch Harry out. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, so unlucky. I mean, he managed to hold it, but that car is so leery. Through goes Mike into third, and then we got Matt, who's chasing down with all his might. He did a 59.4 in his out lap, so Chris did a 58.5, so he's still second behind the Peugeot, but that's a pretty seriously quick lap time as well. So here we go. Matt in the Beamer versus Harry in the Beamer. Let's have a watch from in-car. Matt's on a purple by quite a long way, so 3 tenths quicker just in the, let's say, one corner. As we go up the hill, is he going to make a move? This is going to be tight to go through there. Oh, he gives him a little bit of a nudge. So look at that, I think he gave him a little bit of a love tap as we went over the top. Gets a cracking run as they come out, makes a move down the inside. Harry leaves in space, goes a bit wide. Oh, there wasn't much there, I don't think. I think Harry was going wide anyway. Could be one for the stewards. So Matt, up to 4th now, chasing down the Porsche. And what we got up front now, so yeah, Chris is right behind Pengelly, right behind Chris Lewis now. We're going to go on board. Here we go, watching the Peugeot come at us from the roof of Aston. And that Peugeot is so fast down the straight, alongside each other. They come into the kink. Oh, just about enough room. Is Chris going to hang it out down the inside, stay with him? No, Pengelly swings around the outside. Great move by the Peugeot there. Got fresher tyres, he's on soft, whereas Chris is on super soft, so Chris is in. So Chris Lewis decided he's 2 stoppers, so this is interesting. This is going to have to be a pretty quick stop, so 8 laps in. He's 5 laps of fuel, splash and dash. So Mike has got Matt right behind him now, so Ken might defend from Matt. Matt's all over the Porsche. Tyres looking pretty similar. Matt's slightly better. In fact, Matt's having a look down the inside. He's not that's a hard place to pass. Matt's having a look. Mike gives him a little bit of run. They're side by side. Mike gets a better run coming out. That's cracking racing from these two. Can Matt have a go into the first corner? I suspect he probably won't. He'll probably wait. Bears to see if he can get a toe down the straight. They both go a little bit wide. Just go on board with Matt. Here we go. Running the BMW, pulling him into the Porsche. So we go past, here we go, the Porsche is a great handling car, but it's a little bit slow. Side by side now, we go down the back straight. Is Mike going to brake a little bit later, try and get the inside, oh, a bit of rubbing. Pushes back wide, they stay. Lovely racing from these two, then it's still side by side. They go up the hill into this kink. Oh, Matt he didn't quite give him enough room, but I think that was probably okay. Lovely bit of racing from these two though. So Matt now up to 3rd. If you watch that Beamer over the top here, you can see it's very quick. Yeah, 130 mile coming out. Can the Branston be? Can he bring it? Can he bring the Branston and come back at that Beamer? All he takes is Matt to nudge the wall. We come down the hill. So many famous races on this track. They're down to the long straight. Put the chicane in a few years back. So Chris there in 2nd place. Got fresh tyres on. Can Matt catch him? Tyres a little bit warm, but the tyres looking pretty good. The Beamer seems to come alive on the super softs. So you got Mike in 4th, or Harry in 5th, just having a bit of rallycross moment. Dan's still doing a good job in 6th. Alex in 7th, just done his fastest lap. And Jimmy in 8th. Not loving the combination of the BMW and Bathurst. Understandable. So Chris has now done a 2 minute 1.1. He's absolutely loving the grip he's getting from the softs in that Peugeot with low fuel. Chris by just 2 minutes 6. That was his out lap. See what he can do. Matt did a 2:03, but obviously battling with Mike on a personal best. Mike a little bit down in 4th. 5th is Harry. 6th Dan. 7th Alex, and 8th Jimmy. Let's watch that PlayStation BMW for a little bit. The cool purple wheels. So up front, oh, Chris is pushing it. He's pushing it. A little bit scruffy down the hills. Very easy to make mistakes down there. Chris should give up. He's sliding the back of the Aston as he loves to do. Sliding a lovely drift. Not particularly quick, but it looks good. Yeah, getting the back end out. So let's try and work out where he is. So where's that 231 coming out of the hit back of the Devil's Elbow, I think they call it. So he's about 10 seconds in front of Matt with 3 and a bit laps to go. I don't think Matt's going to catch that. And Mike's a little bit, so Matt has dropped him. You can see Matt in the distance. Harry's a few seconds back from Mike, but in this track anything can happen. So Chris, serene out front, and that is on his way to another feature win by the looks of it. I think if we check the points, I think he's won every feature race. Let's have a look at the scores. Every feature race bar 1, I think. Yep, every feature race apart from the last one, which was the oval, which is Peugeot's not particularly strong at. So Chris is yeah, on all the tracks he's dominating. So Chris Lewis, let's have a look. Alright, that one's not working. Obviously it doesn't work on this. Let's have a look. Chris's lid doesn't work. So Chris, he's done a 2:03.498. He's down a bit on this one. Matt was a 2:02.4, and he's on a quicker one this one as well. So Matt's catching by a second a lap. He's pushing hard. He's on his fastest lap. Throwing the BMW around down the hill. But he's got about approximately 10 seconds gap to close. He's giving it a good go. So Chris is second down his fastest, which is at 2:03. And Matt's up on his fastest, so this is probably going to be another second half, 2-second lap swing, but I think Matt's, that spin has cost him. That spin cost him 12-13 seconds. And that was enough to put him behind. I don't think he's going to catch us up. A little bit spaced out now. Mike in the gorgeous green Branston Pickle, number 86. Third in the championship at the moment. Again, he's putting points on his main rival for third, which is Harry. And here is Harry. Harry's not that far behind. Let's have a look at the lap times. So the 2:07, but Mike did 2:05, so a couple of seconds quicker there. So I don't think Harry's going to catch that up. Tyres aren't looking too bad, better than Mike's, but Mike's not looking too bad as well. There's Dan, he's done a 2:06.1, the quickest. Pretty respectable lap around this tricky track. Alex, similar sort of pace, but he's a fair way behind him now. And then we've got Jimmy's catching. Yeah, Jimmy's catching the pug by the looks of it. Oh, but not doing that, Jimmy. It's my curse. Every time I cut to someone, they go off at the chicane. Yeah, Alex obviously had a bad lap there. He did a 12. Didn't stop or anything. Must have an incident. And Harry was getting there. He was into the sevens, but he has just dropped him. Yeah, Snooze had a bad lap. They did a 12 and a 29. Still hope for Harry yet. So Chris, penultimate lap. Well clear now. Well clear. He's got 2/3 of the main straight lead now. Onto his final lap he goes. Let's just watch a lap with Chris Pengelly, shall we? Runs over the curb. Onto the, by most tracks standards, quite a long straight. It's only the second longest in Bathurst, but I think we said Mike was hitting 150-ish, so you can see the Peugeot's not quite as strong as maybe the Porsche down there. He was in the tow. Third gear up the hill. Keep nicely. Oh, so we got, I think we got a bit of a battle developing here. What's up here? Up the top. Who's over the top of the mountain? Yeah, so look at this. Going car. There we go. So Jimmy is definitely hunting down that Peugeot. Let's just make sure we know where Chris is. Chris has come over the top. Alright, here we go. I think we're going to see a move here. Looks like Jimmy has got a good run on the Peugeot. Lines him up. Let's get in the car with Jimmy. BMW's fast down the straight. Here we go. He's taking the move. Is the Peugeot going to fire back? Jimmy gives him room on the apex, but nice move there by Jimmy around the outside. Alex's rears are looking pretty nasty. Them two head on to the last. Alex very late on the brakes. Just got it round. A bit of a glitch. Oh, missed the gear change while he was at it. Right, so back on to the leader. Here he comes. Actually, look at this. It's close. Matt has closed that down to Matt's in the 2s and Chris is on the 4s. But anyway, here we go. Fantastic drive by Chris Pengelly. Another feature win. Dominant drive. Came through the field beautifully. A brilliant win there by Chris Pengelly. Keeps his streak of track feature wins. So he hasn't got the full set yet, but in terms of he didn't win the oval, but he's dominating the racetracks. Chris Lewis, a great second place. Interesting strategy, gambled on a 2-stop. Matt made a mistake and Chris gets a great second. Cements his second in the championship. Matt, first time out in the Beamer, will get third. He'll be a bit annoyed with that, but gets his fastest lap on the very last lap. Mike's going to come across in 4th. Watching what's going on, so a good 4th for Mike. He'll be quite pleased with that. Cements his battle for 3rd. And here comes Harry, but we're going to go over the top, see what's going on between these two. Jimmy has got Alex. Jimmy has got Alex. So we'll just see. Here comes Harry over the line. Gives it a nice little wiggle. Good 5th there. Spins it over the top. So we're going to go back and have a look, see what happened between. Oh no, we knew that. Sorry, we already knew that, didn't we? We already knew that. We already knew that. So let's see Harry go across the line. Then Dan is coming across. Into the chicane he comes. Jimmy's still in 7th. Looks like that one so a good 6th there for Dan. Tricky track. That's going to be a bit of a handful. I think we're pleased with that. Fuel lights flashing, but plenty of fuel. So a good 6th there from Dan. Nicely played, sir. There he goes. And then we look at Jimmy. Came back right at the end there. I don't think Alex is going to be close enough. Into the last corner he goes. Alex is going to make a move. Oh, desperate Dan. He gets him. Whoa, that was tight. Let's have a look at that again. Wow, that was last of the late breakers. I don't know if there was a bit of contact there, but just look how far back he is, just throws it down the inside. Understeers, a bit of a punt. Let's have a look from Jimmy's perspective. There comes Alex just screaming down the inside. I don't think they actually contacted. No, I don't think they did. So seventh, Alex gets 7th on the line. So let's have a look at your race result. Fantastic drive there by Chris Mengele, and gets fastest lap as well. Very good, well in front. His fastest lap was over a second quicker than anyone else. Dominant drive. Chris Lewis, he'll be pleased with that. Second, did a 2-stop. It worked out nicely. Matt third. Good third in on his debut in the BMW over a tricky track, but he'll rue that spin and let Chris Lewis off the hook. Finished quite late. Yeah, he only lost 15 seconds though, so I think Chris Mengele had the pace on everyone. Mike, a good 4th from him. He'll be pleased with that. 13 seconds up on Harry, who came 5th, and then Dan 35 seconds down on that, and then the phenomenal battle to the last between Alex and Jimmy for 7th and 8th, and Alex just getting on the line. Last and late breakers into the last corner. So thank you for watching. That was round 8 of the season 4 of the DTCC, coming from Bathurst. So next round will be the Slipstream and Bonanza, that will be Monza. So we will see you again soon.